Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today, across the country, women's reproductive freedoms are under attack. After the Supreme Court's MAGA majority overruled Roe, 19 states now outright ban or severely restrict abortion access. So my daughters have less freedoms than I did while growing up. And it's unthinkable to me that so many of our servicewomen are already serving with less rights than I had while in the Navy. They're being stationed in states like Texas or Florida without basic access to reproductive care. The fact that our military treatment facilities are only allowed to provide abortions in extremely limited circumstances is unacceptable and puts the health and well-being of our service members and their families at risk. The decision to get an abortion is deeply personal and should be made by a woman and her doctor, not by politicians. Our service members expect that they will receive the best possible health care, but our military health care providers can't even give them an abortion when their health is at risk. And we know that, quote, exceptions to abortion bans don't work. We see horrific stories on the news about women who were denied care that they were supposed to receive under an exception, often ending with the mother nearly losing her life. We have more than 100,000 active duty service members stationed in Texas. We've heard stories of a young woman who died after experiencing a tragic miscarriage at 17 weeks. After being faced with this devastating loss, her doctors delayed medically necessary and life-saving care because of the state's abortion ban. She died as a result of an infection she developed because that care was delayed, leaving behind a young daughter. In Georgia, another young woman experienced a rare complication with a medication abortion where her body did not expel all of the fetal tissue. When she sought out medical care, she waited 20 hours before doctors were able to operate because of the state's abortion ban. While she waited, her infection spread and her organs began to fail. Amber's care came too late and she died as a result of the infection, leaving behind a 6-year-old son. We ask our servicewomen to put their lives on the line for this country. They shouldn't have to risk their lives giving birth. But the fact remains that a woman should never need a so-called exception to get an abortion, and it shouldn't need to be an emergency before she can get care. It should be available as a decision she gets to make over her own body and her own life. My amendment would repeal the draconian ban on abortions within the military health system, allowing our service women and military families to have the freedom of access and the freedom to choose. Thank you, and I yield back.